Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. It's time for us to do definitions for Dingles.
With nays and jingles.
Where did you come from?
Dynos. Today we're going to talk about dynos and the basic definition of what they are. In its most basic form, a dyno is when you are points of contact on the wall, you explode, all points of contact leave the wall, and then you hopefully grab the wall again, and that's a dyno. You want to show me what a dyno actually looks like so it's a little bit easier than trying to explain it? So we get set up, feet, hands, shoulders, and boom. That is a dyno. So I'm going to have Jingles tell us exactly what you're looking for and what you're wanting to focus on to do a dyno correctly. So with that in mind, what do we want to do right?
So, the most important thing when it comes to any dynamic movement is keeping your shoulders engaged. Okay? Because it is a dynamic movement, it is very easy to hurt your shoulders. But as you noticed, the way that it worked out, I got my feet placed where I needed them and I focused on that. And as soon as I dipped down, I was thinking of the movement, pulling with my arms until I couldn't anymore, transferring the weight into my legs and shoving the way through it. You want to keep your hips out and then in to gain that power. And as soon as your hands leave the hold, you are focused on where they are going so that you can actually grab them, hold on, and then immediately re-engage your shoulders so that you don't get hurt and you have body control.
Right. And some of the things that people generally, I'm going to call it fail on or mess up on when they're doing a dyno, is they stop focusing on their feet. So when you place your feet, you said you got them set up, you want to make sure you get them set up. What most people tend to do is they get their feet set up like you did, and then they're like, okay, I got to go there. And as soon as they start to try to go there, they go like that. And then they kick down and stop focusing on what their feet are doing.
And that is a downward dyno or falling.
A fall, an inadvertent fall.
Yes.
Another thing you want to focus on that people stop doing, he said your hips want to go in towards the wall. A lot of times when people try to do a dyno, what they tend to, they will push
butt out
away from the wall and jump back as opposed to up towards where they want to go. Yep. So you want to make sure that those legs are using the momentum, using the muscles to push hips in and up.
And that also increases your momentum and allows you to jump further and higher.
And one of the mistakes that I generally make is I'm good at the beginning part of the dyno, but once I start leaving the wall, I don't really look at where I'm going. He said make focused eye contact with where you want to go. A lot of times people will they'll continue to look down or they will forget to look up until the last minute. And then once you start jumping, you're aiming in the wrong direction. So you have to kind of overcompensate really, really quickly.
Very fast.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, that is not the only type of dyno we have. What you just saw is a straight up dyno.
Yep. Then you have pogos, which I like.
Double dynos.
You have double clutches.
You got the lache.
The stutter step.
Ooh, paddle dynos, which I'm not going to show you because I'm not that good.
All right. That's a dyno.
That's a dyno.